back to another edition of mine. We got an exciting episode for you coming up. Like always, we're going to do our top 25, our fantasy football, all that good stuff. We got some trade updates in the NFL, some injury updates in the NFL to go along with some other stuff. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so last week on the Minds Game of the Week, we took a look at Miami and Florida State. This past Saturday, they battled to once again another great game between these two teams. Miami did prevail 24-20. They went down with about a minute 30 left on the clock. They converted on some key third down conversions on the last drive with about 6 seconds left. Quarterback dropped back through a nice touchdown pass, and Miami went on to win 24-20. This week's game of the week, we look at Oklahoma, who was just stunned by Iowa State in Norman, Oklahoma, 38-31. But this week they're going against Texas. The Red River rivalry, huge game, is always a big event down there in Texas, Oklahoma. So this is going to be the game of the week this week. I'm going to tell you another upset. Oklahoma loses again, this time to Texas, 23-20. And here's a look at your new college football top 25. We had some key losses this week. Oklahoma lost to Iowa State, and they dropped from number 3 all the way to number 12. Michigan also lost, and now they're ranked number 17. We got a couple new teams in the top 25, and also a team that dropped out of the top 25 with last year's Heisman Trophy winner Lamar Jackson. Louisville lost last week to NC State, and now they're out of the top 25. You know who circles the wagon better than the Buffalo Bills? NASCAR drivers, because we're always turning left. All right, so the playoffs are still going on in NASCAR. And last week, Martin Truex won down in Charlotte. This upcoming Sunday, they're at Talladega, Alabama, and which is Dale Jr.'s last race at Talladega since he was signed at the end of the year. I hope he wins the race. He ain't in the playoffs, but I hope he wins the race. All right, it's now time for your MLB update. All right, Yankees, Indians tied 2-2. Game Wednesday night in Cleveland. Winner goes on the ALCS to go against the Astros, who beat the Red Sox in the ALDS 3-1. On the National League side of things, we got the Cubs up 2-1 against the Nationals. And this is your typical national team. They're always really good in the regular season, but they always seem to blow it when it comes to the playoffs. Okay, and then on the other side, the LA Dodgers swept the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-0. And so I'm hoping for a Dodgers-Cubs National League Championship Series. If it don't happen, that's cool because the Nationals will be all right going against the Dodgers. But I'm hoping for the Cubs and Dodgers because it's a better matchup. We'll have to wait and see. What just happened? Oh, my goodness. Hell in a Cell was awesome. WWE pay-per-view. Sami Zayn turned heel with Kevin Owens, who's been beaten up for the last 2 years. All right, so I was excited. I apologize. Kevin Owens beat Shane McMahon in the main event. Huge, awesome match. They were battling on top of the cage, power bombs, jumping off the cage. It was awesome. Go check it out if you haven't. Charlotte did beat Natalya, but she beat her in DQ, so Natalya kept her belt. Also, which was whatever kind of match. The Uso brothers in the first match of the evening beat up and defeated the New Day, but it was also a great match. Lots of good spots in it. I'm hoping we can get maybe another rematch between these two teams because their chemistry in the ring is just fantastic. AJ Styles sadly lost his United States Championship when Baron Corbin pinned the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger in a triple threat match. Jinder Mahal retained again, beat Shinsuke again. And this time, maybe Jinder's a good champion. I don't think so. I hope we get the belt off of him soon. But overall, great pay-per-view. Had me on the edge of my chair. I enjoyed it. And big news in WWE. The Shield is back, baby. And they're going against Sheamus, Cesaro, The Miz, who's awesome, by the way, and the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, at the upcoming Raw pay-per-view, TLC, here in a few weeks. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Hell in a Cell was also good for 2 other reasons. Bobby Roode beat Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's getting on my nerves, so I'm glad the Glorious One defeated him. And also, Randy Orton made everybody sad and beat Rusev, and now we won't have Rusev Day. tears. Top 5 scores of Week 5. Deshaun Watson, 16 of 31, 261 yards, 5 touchdowns, total of 36 points. Now, a couple of those touchdowns did come in garbage time as they were losing big to the Kansas City Chiefs. But garbage points, they matter in fantasy football. It don't matter when they come as long as you get the points. Melvin Gordon, running back of the Los Angeles Chargers, had 20 carries, 105 yards, no touchdowns on the ground, but he did catch 2 touchdowns to go on with 6 catches and 58 yards receiving, total of 34 fantasy football teams. Leonard Fournette, 28 big carries for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns for the big guy out of LSU, and he had 31 fantasy football points. AJ Green went off last week, 7 catches, 189 yards, a touchdown, and 29 fantasy football points. Quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, he went 25 of 36, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns to go on with 4 carries for 37 yards and another rushing touchdown to go on this year, totaling 29 fantasy football points. And here go your top 5 pickups for Week 6. Jerick McMinnon, running back of the Vikings, had a big week last week. He's only owned in 30% of the leagues with Delvin Cook going out. He looked to be the main back over Latavius Murray. McGurr, the running back of the Jets, he's only owned in 13% of the league. Looks like he's going to have a big role with Forte out. Go pick him up if you can. Melvin Mack of the Colts, he's only owned in 14% of all ESPN leagues. He had 98 yards last week, and he looks to continue to do good. Austin Jenkins of the tight end of the New York Jets. He's only owned in 4% of all ESPN leagues. Go pick him up if you can. Roderick Lewis, wide receiver of the Giants. He's only owned in 0.1% of all ESPN leagues, but here's why you need to pick him up. They lost 4 receivers last week, 3 for season-ending injuries. One, of course, as we all know, Odell Beckham Jr. broke his ankle, fractured his ankle, and he is out for the rest of the year. Brandon Marshall also hurt his ankle. He's having surgery, out for the year. Dwayne Harris, receiver, broke his leg, out for the year. Sterling Shepard went out with a hamstring injury. Timetable for his return not yet announced. But with 4 receivers going down in one game, he's going to have to throw to Eli. He's going to have someone to throw the ball to. And it just might be Roger Lewis. And he's only owned, once again, in 0.1% of all ESPN leagues. And here are your top 5 matchups for Week 6. Phillip Rivers going against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland's secondary is not very good at all, and Rivers likes to throw the ball around a lot. I'm looking for Rivers to have a huge game this week, so put him in your lineup. Ryan Griffin, tight end of the Houston Texans, going against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are giving up the most points to tight ends this year in fantasy. Insert him in your lineup if you got him. Julio Jones, come off a bye week. He looks to be fully healthy going against Miami. I expect him to have a huge game. Put him in your lineup. Doug Martin had a good return last week, rushing for over 100 yards and getting a touchdown. Look for Tampa Bay to feed him the rock even more now, coming more into the season. And Deshaun Watson going against the Browns. The Browns. So put Deshaun Watson in your lineup. Woo! Yes, it is me, Nelson, the face that runs the place. This is my co-host, the guy who thinks he can pick with me, but it's all good. Let's get to it.
All right, let's start the week off. The Eagles are taking a trip to Charlotte to visit the Panthers.
Hey, I'll be at the game Thursday night, and I will be seeing Cam Newton keep on doing Cam VP things in a victory over the Wentz Wagon Thursday night.
All right. Yeah,
All
I was
right
supposed to be at that game, but unfortunately I got to work. Boo. But I think it's going to be a tough Thursday night game, man, for both teams. It should be interesting. But I'm going to go with the Wentz Wagon on this one.
Oh, man.
I think that's going to be a little bit disappointing, but I'm going to go Eagles, man. I think they're going to pull it out.
Slurm.
Yeah.
They call me Nello.
All right, Nello.
But I'm out here looking like Mello with the
The
sleep.
Dolphins are going to visit the Falcons. What does that say?
Man, you know what? I'm going to go with Atlanta on this one. Had a bye week. Julio Jones got healthy over the bye week, so I'm going to take Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to go Atlanta on this one, too, man. I just think Dolphins got too many missing pieces, man. Obviously, starting at the quarterback position. Jay Cutler's is not getting it done, so Falcons on this one.
All right, we have the 1-4 Bears going to visit the 3-2 Ravens.
Going to take this one, T?
Man, Trubisky didn't look too bad this past Monday night, so I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable, and I believe as long time goes on, week by week, I think it's going to be a huge decision, good decision as far as starting them later on down the road. So I think he's going to take this one, and I'm going to go with the Bears.
All right, so I am also going to take Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears.
All right, this week we have the 0-5 Browns going to visit the Watless 2-3 Texans.
Well, the Watless Texans still have somebody like me, a champion. So I'm going to take the defending college national champion, Deshaun Watson, in the victory. Let's go Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Texas too, man. He balled out his last game, throwing 5 touchdowns, and I just think he's going to keep getting better week by week.
You know what?
Texans.
5 touchdowns and me having come. You're 5-week champion.
All right. After Aaron Rodgers did what he does, he's going to go up to Minnesota and see if he can continue doing what he did.
Ooh, that's a bad man, especially when he did some Cowboys.
Yeah, once again.
He's just a man amongst boys out there right now, man. It looks like honestly, I think the most efficient and most accurate, consistent quarterback I think in the league right now. And I think he's going to continue to be a bad man coming next week. So I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, man, I had to throw the hood on for this pick because I'm in mourning because of that damn Aaron Rodgers. He always breaks my heart against the Cowboys. Great quarterback. Probably under Brady, probably the best in the league, but he just breaks my heart every year. So, but even with that said, I'm taking the Chiefs this week. Boo you and Aaron Rodgers. Boo you.
All right, so the Lions are going to visit the Saints.
All right, AP got traded to the Cardinals, and Lions beat the Saints this week.
Lions.
All right, let's see if the Patriots are going to struggle with the Jets.
Jets, Jets, and the lock of the week. Yes, they will beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. That's my lock of the week.
And I'm unlocking. And I'm going Patriots.
The 49ers are 0-5, but they are going to visit the 2-2 Redskins.
Seville, you know who else is 0-5? Do you?
Not the Colts.
Not the Colts, but you are, sir. And guess what? I am taking the Redskins from Washington, D.C.
All right. After that unnecessary, irrelevant intro, I think I'm gonna go Redskins on this one. 49ers obviously need a lot of help. They're missing a lot of pieces. They obviously haven't found a quarterback just yet. So I'm going Redskins.
All right.
We have the Buccaneers going to visit the Cardinals.
Okay. Cardinals.
Whoa. Stop right there. I'm gonna take this one. Sorry,
All right,
guys.
go ahead. Go ahead and take the
But
lead.
I think I'm gonna go Buccaneers on this one. I think they're gonna step it up. Jameis, he's been a little inconsistent, but I think he's gonna bounce back this week. I'm gonna go Buccaneers. All right, you can go.
I can go now? All right. Thank you for letting the champ go. I appreciate you. Famous Jameis wins the game. Buccaneers.
Rams are going to visit the Jaguars.
The who are going against Jaguars?
The Rams.
The Rams. Okay. The Rams are traveling east. They go to Jacksonville and face the Jaguars. That defense, I mean, they look great last week against the Steel Fathers. With Big Ben throwing 5 interceptions to that secondary. With that said, I am taking the Jaguars. Even though I'm a big fan of golf this year, but Jaguars are going to win this game.
Yeah, all they're in our division, my coach division, and I hate the Jags just like I hate the Texans. I'm going to go with the Jags right here, man. That defense, that secondary is stepping up. A.J. Boise and Jalen Ramsey back there in the secondary, and they're just shutting things down. So I'm going to go Jags.
Jags.
All
right, man, who we got, David? Who we got?
All right, we got the Steelers going to visit the Chiefs.
All right. The Chiefs are undefeated. I'm undefeated. Reigning 5 weeks in a row champion. Just to put that out there once again. But yeah, I remain undefeated this week, and so do the Chiefs. Kansas City wins.
Took you long to get to the main point. But anyways, I'm going to go with the Chiefs also, man. They're unstoppable right now, and Ben is not looking like Big Ben right now, man. He's been very inconsistent. I think that Chiefs defense is going to get to him, get the pressure on him. And he's probably going to throw a couple of interceptions along. Hopefully not 5, but I'm going to go Chiefs.
Kill me in fantasy. Jesus. All right, Chiefs.
All right. We got the Chargers going right around the way to visit the Raiders.
I'm taking the Raiders.
I'm going to go Chargers on this one, man. If Derek Carr's not playing, I think the Raiders are in big trouble. The Charger defense isn't too bad. They can get to the quarterback pretty well. And I just think Philip Rivers hits all his targets. He got a lot of weapons to his disposal. I think they'll be good. So I'm going Chargers.
Chargers.
All right. We got the horrible 0-5 Giants going to visit the Broncos at the Mile High Stadium.
Man, last week the Giants lost 4 of their receivers, and this week they lost. They lose. I meant they lost. They lose. They lose their game against the Broncos.
Yeah, just for the simple fact that, Eli's just not Eli this year. The offensive line has a lot of trouble with the defense. They have a lot of missing pieces. And then adding to the fact that they just had Brandon Marshall, Odell Beckham out for the season, and don't know the status of Sterling Shepard. Ingram's had to step up big time, but I don't think they're going to get it done. So I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Right.
All right, we have arrived to Monday night, but we might as well go to sleep because it's going to be a snore fest. The Colts are visiting the Titans.
I'll let you take this one, man.
Yeah, I got to take my boys, man. Brissett, he surprised me. Other than the interception he threw in the red zone that almost cost us the game, man, he really, really showed me that he's developing into a good, young, mature quarterback. He's got a lot of weapons at his disposal, including T.Y. Hilton, that I believe is the top 5 wide receiver. Marlon Mack in the backfield balling out. He had his first game back in 2 weeks. Almost had 100 yards, and I believe it was 2 touchdowns. So if they use that guy more, and Brissett continues to be comfortable with the offense, I'm going to go with my Colts on this one, 21-17.
All right, well, I'm also going to take the Colts to 17-14. And there you go. The picks are in once again. Remember to leave your picks below in the comment box. Remember to score for Monday night. And who knows, one day, maybe somebody will come along and take me.
Boy, you G like that, that's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack, you know I kill them tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy, it's where you at. You see him G like that. Man, you G like that, that's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack, you know I kill these tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy, it's where you at. Yeah. Okay, I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, look, is life too crazy? Should I ask for help or should I give up now or should I hold my